everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sailor Slay, if you didn't know, and this is Sailor Slay Reacts. Here on this channel, I react to pretty much whatever I decide to react to, and if you guys have any comments, suggestions about what you think I should be looking at, go ahead and put them down below in the comments and I'll take a look. For today's video, we're gonna be looking at House of Dragons, or House of the Dragons, Season 2 trailer. Gosh, I remember when Season 1 was over, they were like, oh, it's gonna take like 2 years to come out with more episodes, and I thought that was so far away, and we are so close. Next year it's gonna come out, and I can't remember when next year. Summer 2004, so I guess that could be anywhere between May, June, July. It's gonna come out, and I cannot wait. Oh my god, I cannot wait. I just really want to see what happens. But anyway, let me shut up, stop talking, and let's go ahead and watch the trailer together.
Errors were made in the hours following King Viserys' death.
Yeah. That's a very diplomatic way to put that. Yeah, definitely lots of errors were made, because the guy who the son who got chosen, he doesn't even want to be he didn't want to be king, and then when they finally gave him the throne, you can see it was kind of growing on him and getting into his mind. That's what he wanted to do.
The war be fought. Many will die.
Yeah, many will die. You should just give up. I mean, and she is rich. Okay, Miss Ma'am, you know what your husband meant. Like, his entire, damn near y'all, before you even married him, in your entire marriage, he was insistent upon Rhaenyra becoming the queen. And then 5 seconds before he's died, when he's like high off of pain pills and his mind is all eaten up by disease, you think he wants your son to be king. Okay, Miss Ma'am. Who y'all think that was? Who do you think that was? Let's go back. Who do you think that was that got beheaded? Play.
Many will die.
Can't tell, we just can see.
And the victor will eventually ascend the throne.
There is no war so hateful to the gods.
Side note, I haven't read any of the books. If you read the books, go ahead down below, talk about, the comparison. What do you like better? Are they staying true to the material? Should I read the books? I don't know. Oh, this guy, he's gonna cause so much trouble, because hold on.
There is no war so hateful to the gods. There's a war between kin.
Showdown? Go back.
Between kin.
Wait. It's not a showdown between them, because she doesn't even have a dragon. She's not dragonborn. But who is that? I don't know. I'm not really good for recognizing dragons and stuff, but who is that? Definitely a cousin battle. Do you think they just agreed to meet up and one of those trial by combat? No, because why would anybody be on trial? Oh my god.
And no war so bloody as a war between dragons.
I still think that other lady, she should have, one, they should have made her queen. 2, she should have ended this whole thing before it started and burned everybody to a crisp. Oh, I forgot about them. I want to see what's gonna happen with them, because I think hers was the dragon that got stolen. So when in the summer. But anyway, from that trailer, it looks like Rhaenyra was able to gather up some allies, which I'm wondering how, because she really pissed me off in the first season. She really did. I wanted her to be queen, just mostly because it's like, yeah, women's got to stick together. Women's got to stick together. I want her to like, because she was just basically punished her whole life for not being a son, and the throne was promised to her. But she just was not smart about it. Like after she got her father to name her as next in line for the throne, you should have been maneuvering to bolster up your alliances, get people to want you to be queen. Like, don't just sit and rest on your laurels and say, oh, well, because my father, said I should be queen, I should be queen. Nobody really cares about that. You have, like, obviously, as you were so easily and quickly usurped with no one like sticking up for you. And even now you call upon your allies to remember their oaths, and they laugh at you in your face because that was like how long ago? Like 20 years ago? But of course they're not gonna be like, yeah, let me be the lone person standing on my oath. Like, come on. Like, she really disappointed me in that aspect, but I'm hoping that she can, I don't know, figure it out because, yeah. Oh, you know what else? I wanted to watch a little breakdown just because, I'm not like knowledgeable about the lore as I haven't read the books. And I kind of need a refresher too because I've forgotten a lot. But let's go ahead and watch one of my favorite channels, Emergency Awesomeness. Just Emergency Awesome. I'm sure you know who he is. Let's go ahead and watch his video.
Looking out over the bay. She's looking out over Storm's End and House Baratheon, like the actual keep, because she's thinking about her son's death at the hands of Aemond and Vhagar. R.I.P.
And you can just tell that, like, Aemon was like, I was just trying to fuck with him. I didn't really want to kill him. I didn't think we was really gonna like be doing I didn't think we were really gonna be doing a murder. Like, but I mean, what do you think was gonna happen? That's like literally the definition of like you fuck around and find out.
That's why she looks so haggard, because this seems like it's happening right after the moments of the ending of Season 1, Episode 10. I think they did say that Season 2 would begin moments after that. And Otto Hightower's voiceover is obviously just talking about what they did during the events of Episode 9, when right after King Viserys' death, they moved to lock all the blacks that were there in their rooms so that they couldn't do anything while they crowned Aegon II. It sounds like he's inside a hall talking to someone. Maybe he's talking to the blacks. Maybe he's talking to Rhaenyra. Why else would he be apologizing to someone?
I think he's talking to Rhaenyra because remember he was already there giving her the little page from the book that they shared and then the terms for peace or whatever. I think he should have still been there, I think. So I think he must be talking to Rhaenyra.
All that way about them taking the Iron Throne from out under her feet. Then we actually see Aegon ascending to the Iron Throne wearing Aegon the Conqueror's crown. I think the men walking behind him...
And he is not a conqueror whatsoever. So far, no one has been proven to be a conqueror, but you guys know I'm all Team Rhaenyra. She fucked up in the 20 years between, being named the next in line till now. Well, hopefully, this will light a fire under her and she will take back what is rightfully hers, the crown.
The green robes are just part of the Hightower's regular army. The people right behind him would be his Kingsguard. They've obviously changed the Kingsguard a little bit since he took the Iron Throne. Basically all meant to be people that support him, support the Greens. And remember, all the other lords and ladies, all the other parts of court here that are bowing to him as he takes the Iron Throne are people that they force to swear fealty to the Greens, otherwise they would have killed them. Then we see Daemon put on his trademark dragon armor heading into battle. Because of all the greenery, this could be in the Riverlands, it could be at Harrenhal, it could be somewhere else. It doesn't look like Dragonstone just because there's too much greenery outside the windows. Then we get the voiceover from Alicent talking to her father, Otto Hightower, saying the war will be fought with a picture of the Black's army preparing for battle here with all their tents. We see the Green Army. I'm not sure where they are in this moment exactly. This might be them marching on Duskendale. This might be before the sack of Duskendale. Things don't seem super crazy yet, like it seems pretty chill. Because of the muddy terrain here, I think...
And like I said, if you're a book reader, go ahead and put it down in the comments. I don't know, if you feel like it's a spoiler, I guess do spoiler and then, all the little extra space to keep people from reading it.
Is Duskendale that they're about to sack. This beach here might be on Dragonstone. This might be them assembling the dragon seeds. This is probably Criston Cole beheading Lord Duskendale after the successful sack of Duskendale. He was a supporter of Rhaenyra and the Blacks. And also, zoom in and enhance, notice that he's wearing the chain of the Hand of the King, meaning that he's replaced Otto Hightower as Aegon's Hand of the King. A lot of the big battles that'll happen during season 2 actually come after he's replaced Otto Hightower as Hand of the King. One of the reasons for that is because Aegon actually grew impatient, thinking that Otto Hightower was making the wrong call, trying to bargain with Rhaenyra and find a less bloody resolution.
Ridiculous, and already proving that he was the whole wrong choice for king. Like, my God, like it just reminds me of Joffrey's mistake to kill Ned Stark and then start the whole like war. I don't know if you would call it a civil war, but like the war. It's just like, I mean, of course to them, oh, they're like, fuck that, let's go around and like just start a whole war, because they're not the ones who actually have to fight. Like, they're not the ones who have to die. They send other people to their death. So for them, it's an easy decision to do.
Their civil war. If you can believe it, Otto Hightower, of all people, who was in favor of them usurping the Iron Throne from Rhaenyra, actually initially at the beginning of the season wanted to find a less bloody resolution to this problem. Kristen Cole, we briefly see Corlys Velaryon. He only appears once in the trailer here as far as I know.
Yeah, just
Not
once.
totally sure who Daemon is attacking here, who he's hacking away at. Then we get the shot of Aemond in the dark.
Doesn't it look like that? Are they related in real life? Because they look so similar.
Throne room, staring at the empty Iron Throne. The whole thing about that, normally you would think, oh wait, is he trying to usurp the Iron Throne from his brother Aegon? The only thing about that is that you have to remember that Aemond, even though it seems like he covets his sister Helena, actually has this very Ned Stark-like adherence to duty and honor. So even if he thinks that he would be better on the Iron Throne, he's not going to try and usurp his brother. He's still going to support the natural order as the Greens see it, which would be Aegon being the rightful heir, is the way that they see it. Maybe we'll see some conflict within him during the events of season 2, season 3. Like, the whole idea is that he feel like he'd be a better king than Aegon, but he's not going to try and take the Iron Throne from his brother. Remember, though, during the events of season 1, when Aegon was like, I don't want it, like he pulled a Jon Snow on Aemond when Aemond was trying to drag him, kicking and screaming, to his coronation. He basically told Aemond, you take it, you take the Iron Throne. Notice they've placed the green banners behind it, too. This is meant to be the Greens banner for House Targaryen with the gold sigil on it. Then we get our first shot of the North in a long, long time. So this is probably on their way to House Stark. It could be on their way to the Wall. This might be the Starkmen. It could be the Night's Watch. We will see House Stark. We will see Winterfell. We'll see Cregan Stark. There's like a whole bloody civil war that House Stark fought internally with itself during the big time jump during the events of season 1 that we'll get into during season 2 at some point. That's like a whole other video that I could do. I actually did a video on Cregan Stark talking a little bit about that, so I'll post links for it in the description below. But essentially, Cregan Stark, House Stark become big supporters of Rhaenyra because he went through pretty much the same thing that just happened to Rhaenyra, or is in the middle of happening to Rhaenyra right now, with someone trying to take her throne from her. Another person within House Stark tried to take House Stark from Cregan Stark, who was the rightful heir. This looks like Alicent in what might be the Riverlands. There's a lot of chaos in the Riverlands during season 2. Then we see Rhaenyra with Syrax on the beach, maybe Dragonstone, maybe Driftmark, with whoever seems like they wind up riding Sea Smoke. This might be one of the Hull brothers. They cast Adam Hull from the books and Alan Hull, who are going to be Dragon Seeds during season 2. And neither one of them will be like a secret version of Laenor, who's coming back pretending to be one of the Hull brothers. This is just a wide shot from the outside of King's Landing, showing you the Dragon Pit with the Red Keep. Obviously the Dragon Pit in center of frame because of all the dragons. A big part of Rhaenys' warning to Rhaenyra is about this civil war between the family with the dragons. Like, nothing is going to be as bad as this giant war we're going to fight and all the dragons and the chaos it's going to cause. This is actually Helena in her mourning gown. That's why she's got the fabric over her face. I don't want to get too deep into this because this is after the events of Blood and Cheese. If you've read the books, you know what Blood and Cheese are. You know how crazy it's going to be. There are a couple Blood and Cheese moments here later in the trailer. That's basically going to be episode 1. Like, they will start the season
they're gonna start
with
off with
Blood
something
and
crazy
Cheese.
like Blood and
When
Cheese.
they dropped the
I don't even know
official
what that is,
posters
but I'm
for season 2,
excited.
basically said blood for blood, blood for blood, an eye for an eye, a son for a son.
I like that technically the wars between Rhaenyra and what's his name? Aegon, but they always show Rhaenyra and Alicent. That's what's really happening. What's really happening is the destruction of their friendship by the men in their lives, by Alicent's father, by Rhaenyra's father choosing to marry her friend, like the worst decision ever. That's so crazy. It's really about that, and like, I don't know. It's just the storytelling and the writing in this is so great. I love it.
The procession with the cart with their bodies being led through the streets of King's Landing while they're all in mourning. All these shots of them fighting in the woods, running through the woods on horseback, seem like they're from the battle at Rook's Rest. I think the person on horseback here might be. Part of the idea is that the Cargill twins are on opposite sides of the Dance of the Dragons. So they wind up battling each other.
I forgot about
it
them.
leans very heavily into the metaphor of family against family, with the Targaryens, the Greens, and the Blacks going at each other. There are a couple of shots aimed on Vhagar, then immediately to Rhaenyra on Syrax. But here's the thing, that's not actually happening in the same moment. Like, they're not fighting each other on Dragonback, because, at least in the books, Rhaenyra never actually fights any of the other dragons when she's on Syrax. Maybe they've changed that for the TV show a little bit. It would be a big change from the books, but in the books, it was one of the big reasons why some of the small folk did not support Rhaenyra, because she didn't actually do any fighting on Syrax. A lot of people felt like she was forcing everyone else to fight her battles for her. She didn't actually fight in any of the battles.
So she's about to let me down. She's about to let me down, and I'm gonna be disappointed.
Aemond, however, fought a ton of battles on Vhagar. He loved that, which we see with him on Vhagar at the battle at Rook's Rest. Then we get the logo and a bunch of fire. So obviously there's a ton of crazy stuff going on in the trailer here. But like I said, it seems like most of this footage is from like the first half of the season. Maybe like a little bit from the second half of the season. But
okay, that's it. Tell me, what do you guys think? What are your predictions? Because, I mean, even though if you read the books or you haven't, obviously they're not going to be 100% correct. So what do you think is going to happen? Are you on Rhaenyra's side? Are you team Aemond? Or are you just team like you all kind of suck? It should have been, what's her name? You know what I'm talking about. The one who was supposed to be the next ruler, but because she's a woman, it didn't work out, and we got Viserys. Blah blah blah. Anyway, I'm going on about nothing. Go ahead, comment down below, like this video, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.